There's the inn. You read the sign, the shop of Festus, where service is goal 1. Well, let's check out the shop. Ah, you do ask the impossible, don't you? A violin, the one belonging to that brute, out of the question. You see, the dungeon keeper ran into some trouble with his debts. I, of course, am here to help out such a person in those dire straits. And help him out I did, but he was very clear about what may transpire should anything happen to his precious instrument. So it is not something that I would easily sell. But I feel bad for you. Perhaps you wish to purchase something else. Never forget, my young friend, everything has its price. Well, I'll keep that in mind, Festus. You wish a room, traveler? Unfortunately, I have no empty rooms. Well, let's try on Jezebel's pendant and see if he reacts to that. I know that pendant. It's just like Jezebel's. Where did you get it? Did you steal that pendant from Jezebel's corpse? Are you perhaps a grave robber? You say she entrusted it to you. Do you take me for a fool, little man? Jezebel died long ago. I saw her buried with that pendant. She told you to give it to Saul? Which you speak of as madness. Madness, I say. You do think of me as a fool. You could speak to the dead no more than I can. Test you? All right. I will play your game and prove you a liar. If you were asked to find Saul, you must know all kinds of things about him. So let's see if you can answer my questions. What season was it when Saul came home? Who did he leave with on the night he was last seen? What did Jezebel become sick with after he left? All of your answers were correct. I have to admit, I'm quite surprised. I still do not pretend to understand how you know these things, but it matters not. The fact that you did not steal from the old woman is enough for me. I have plenty of vacant rooms here. Choose one, little man. No need to pay me. The tale I will be able to tell from this is payment enough. Having appeased the unkempt innkeeper, you get your first good look at the inn. The place is deserted, except for the striking-looking woman in the corner. Your eyes meet, and you feel quite strange. She seems to look into your very soul. Well, we'll talk to her in a moment. This clean counter appears out of place in this inn. Hello, traveler. You wish to learn of Festus? Are you in need of a loan? Or perhaps you are looking to purchase something. This may not be wise. Festus is basically a loan shark who masquerades as a goods merchant. He loans money out, obtaining a person's valuables as collateral. Then charges an exorbitant amount of interest and may even sell off the collateral. I don't trust him, but I must admit to having purchased an item or two from him. Ah, but I'm in no mood to talk of unpleasant things. What a nicely kept shop. A straw broom lies in the corner gathering dust and cobwebs. Del, I knew you would come here. I also knew that you would escape the dungeon. How? I'm a seeress. I can foresee such things, just as I foresaw your arrival here. In fact, I saw a vision of you long before you were captured. I spoke to the thieves days before your caravan entered this territory. A halfling, I told them, but not any halfling, one with valuable knowledge. What? You blame me? On the contrary, it is because of me that you still live. The thieves would have robbed your caravan and killed you in the process. So now I ask you to return the favor. Seek out my brother Agar and free him. He was captured. I fear he will not live through the night. Please forgive me for involving you, but I have no choice. Will you help me? Thank you, Del. I knew you were more than a simple halfling. To get to the lower dungeon, you have to go past the room of the dungeon keeper. Be careful that he doesn't notice you. Perhaps you can come up with a distraction. When you find Agar, give him this orb. He will know what to do with it. Now go, Del. Fare thee well. The seeress hands you the magical orb. You're my only hope. Hurry, help my brother. This is entitled Travelogue. I fear for my life. That's why I pressed on and did not spend the night on the road. Too many bandits. But now I am here, in this den of thieves, this cold and desolate place. How I long for home. You found a travel guide. A good staff is very important for travelers. You can beat the brush as you walk, or use it as defense against poisonous snakes and other deadly creatures. A stave can be made from branches or even twigs. Now, the innkeeper said he had plenty of rooms, but it looks like 2. What a mess. It looks like the second floor hasn't been cleaned in years. Now let's go pay an old friend a visit. Now, even though this door is locked, we happen to have the key. This is an old grave. It seems to have been neglected for a long time. Well, let's show it the respect it deserves. You place a flower on the grave. Let's see what Aristolan has to say about that. Ah, You have done something that not even my friends have done, shown me kindness. In return, I will give you what they sought. Hear me, halfling. Long ago, during the Rage Wars, I ordered my servant to hide most of my fortune. He was to bury it deep underground where they were building the water channel. Seek ye high and low, since even I do not know its location. For it is there that you will find my servant. Tell him this. Tell my servant Dercius, Aristolan bids you to relinquish the treasure. Then do with it as you wish, remembering what it can and cannot buy. Well, I'm sure you remember where Dercius is, though we didn't have a name for him before. You say that Aristolan ordered me to give you the treasure? And you call me by my true name, Dercius? Surely it is so. I am freed of my task. My vigil ends today. The ghost relinquishes the treasure. My master put this treasure under my care. I didn't know the dangers of this place. For 153 years, I have stood guard, unable to forswear my earthly duty. But today, you have given me my freedom back. I entrust it to you. Take it. Now, just like Festus said, everything has its price. Whoa! That is quite a tidy sum. Where did you... Never mind. I do not wish to know. Now, let me remember. Ah, yes, it was the violin. Never mind what I said earlier. Let me think. I've got it. A neat solution to my problem. I will offer you one of these three. It is your choice. I had nothing to do with it. Which one would you like? The violin without strings? The chipped violin. We know that it's the chipped violin because the bard told us before how he chipped it. Now it's time to put that distraction into place. You find it hard to believe that the Dungeon Keeper can actually read sheet music. There's enough of a visual clue with the bow and sheet music. That statement seems kind of odd to me. It somehow feels like an editor's note. You place the violin on the desk. You hear a rustle from the far side of the room. Someone is coming this way. Panic-stricken, you look for a place you might hide. Excuse me while I moonwalk awkwardly. Maybe he'll be thankful. Don't disturb me while I'm practicing. Hey! The Dungeon Keeper sees you. You see a key hanging on the wall. Will you take the key? You quickly grab the key. And there's a Gar. Del, you've come back from me. Hurry. Ha, I knew I would find you. Now you will pay. My friend, we have no time. If I but had some way to create a spell, that is our only hope now. Well, lucky for you, your sister's packing. Yes, this will work. Hold on to me, Del. Hold on. Lock the cell door, Del. Hurry. I must check on my sister. Meet me at the Rusty Sword Inn. With a quick turn, you lock the door. The Dungeon Keeper begins shouting and demanding to be released. Well, let's let him out. With a click, you turn the key and unlock the door. Hang on a minute, you mumble to yourself as you quickly relock the door. What was I thinking? And for some reason the key doesn't work on any other doors, so we can't actually go back into our old cell. Hello, and thanks again. I wish I could be more joyful, but I have this odd feeling. A feeling of impending doom, a shadow growing over all of our lives. Great and terrible things shall soon occur, and I fear you are right, friend Dell. That accursed madman, Belzar, is behind this. His power is great, greater than all who remain in this castle. So we have decided to leave this place. Come with us, friend Dell. I owe you much. You will not. Your narrow path leads on, you say? That is a pity. But if you must confront this thing, then you must get rest and nourishment. There. I have removed the seal from my humble cottage here in the castle. Please use it, and fare thee well, my friend. Hey, they disappeared, and without paying their bill.